Namibia. The place of the oldest desert in the world. A land where endless stretches of sand seem to have no end in sight. Red covers everything here, as if one were standing on the surface of Mars. Water is a rare sight, turning it into the most precious resource. It's even more valuable than gold or diamonds. The scorching dunes and harsh heat fail to defeat the resilient creatures here. Amidst the arid and treacherous land, life still persists in places where one would least expect it. One of the most surreal places on Earth, where at times it becomes a lush paradise. But at other times, it turns into a barren, deadly land. This is a land that God crafted with all the diverse shades of life. Here, every creature finds its place, a space to call home. Whether in lush plains or arid deserts, life thrives with vigor. From the smallest creatures to the wild rulers, every animal contributes to painting a magnificent portrait. This is a place where majestic landscapes and tenacious life converge. Namibia is a country blessed with spectacular scenery, offering some of the world's most stunning and varied vistas. Alongside its natural beauty, Namibia is also home to a rich and thriving wildlife population. With its blistering heat and rugged, challenging trails, Namibia is a destination for adventurous souls, those who seek to immerse themselves in nature and uncover the purest beauty to be found. Water gives birth to life, while the sun tests endurance. Every precious drop of water brings the promise of life, enabling creatures to flourish in harsh conditions. The sand shapes the land, and under the hand of the wind, all is sculpted into nature's masterpieces, reflecting the wonder and power of the universe. Etosha is a national park in northwestern Namibia, where rain falls for only a short time each year, from November to April. The Etosha waterhole is the lifeline that nourishes all animal species and serves as a gathering point for all creatures. Here, large animals such as elephants, zebras, giraffes, and even predators can be found, all coming to drink to sustain their lives. The harsh, dry season can stretch for months without rain, making the waterhole a true savior. Food may become scarce, but without water, many lives could be lost. Life without scarcity would be the most perfect life. They all live together here until the rains arrive. The starlit sky beneath the towering quiver trees has become a majestic symbol of the South. The weather remains dry and scorching, with the sun's relentless heat all day, weakening anyone who dares to face it. The plains, with their jagged, weathered rock surfaces and minimal rainfall, rarely show a touch of green. But for herbivores, even dry grasses are enough to sustain their health and allow them to survive comfortably. In southern Namibia, annual rainfall is around 50 to 100 millimeters, with the entire year's rain equating to a single shower in equatorial tropical regions. Temperatures stay above 30 degrees Celsius year-round, and daytime highs can reach up to 45 degrees Celsius, creating an intensely arid and harsh environment. The zebras in Namibia are known as Hartmann's mountain zebras, a subspecies of the mountain zebra. These zebras are prominent in Namibia's mountainous and semi-arid regions. Hartmann's zebras display distinct black and white stripes and a sturdy build, well suited for rugged terrain. Compared to their relatives, Hartmann's zebras are smaller in size, but far better adapted to endure droughts. In the absence of water, sand baths prove highly useful, quickly removing troublesome parasites. To survive, most species must continuously move in search of water and food. With horn lengths ranging from 75 to 94 inches, the oryx becomes one of nature's longest horned creatures, serving as an emblem of Namibia's arid desert regions. The oryx can withstand thirst for up to 2 weeks without directly drinking water. During this time, they survive on moisture from food and regulate their bodies to minimize water loss. This adaptation allows them to venture deep into the desert's remote areas or the central plains where it's driest. They know that eventually a water source will be found, so there is no need to rush. Beside the waterholes, predators are always lurking, waiting for their chance. Lions are ever present where wildlife gathers to drink. There is no place more advantageous than here, where prey comes to offer itself. All lions in this territory are well fed, never lacking food. For them, hunting is not difficult, allowing time during the day for play, rest, and relaxation. Young lions stay with the pride for around 2 to 3 years. When they mature, males typically leave to find their own territory or join other male groups, while females often remain, becoming integral to the pride's hunting and territorial defense. Every passing day is a long journey for herbivores. When the sun's intensity subsides, it's finally time for all to rest after a long, exhausting day battling the heat. Unlike the large herds of herbivores in the African savannas, herbivores in Namibia tend to move in smaller groups, with only a few dozen individuals. They traverse mountain ranges and vast sandy plains, enduring harsh and arid landscapes in their search for water and food. Etosha has a marsh in its central area. Due to its basin-like terrain, it serves as a critical water reservoir within Etosha National Park, providing essential water for many wildlife species during the dry season. Beneath the water, a predator that hails from the Cretaceous period, the Nile crocodile, lies in wait, ready to strike at any prey that lets its guard down while drinking. Even young hippos, if careless, find it difficult to escape the sharp teeth of these predators, becoming a meal in the silent yet perilous waters. Keeping an eye on the young becomes a relentless duty for the mother hippos. Along the edges of the depressions in Etosha National Park and the Zambezi Conservation Area, the grasses quickly disappear, replaced by shrubs and needle-leaf trees such as acacia and mopane. This is the favored hunting ground of wild dogs. Positioned not far from watering holes, it becomes the perfect location to ambush their prey. Herbivores wandering, weary and parched. This species specializes in hunting kudu, chasing them until the prey becomes exhausted and worn out. When they spot weakened prey or one that has strayed from the herd, they swiftly target and pursue it. Wild dogs are renowned for their endurance. Once their prey is in sight, they will never relent until they succeed. A large pack of wild dogs can number 20 to 30 individuals. Even when their prey is 2 to 3 times larger, they can swiftly bring it down through close coordination and effective hunting tactics. The unfortunate prey quickly becomes a feast for the pack. A single wild dog can consume up to 20% of its body weight in one meal, needing about 2 to 3 days to digest before embarking on the next hunt. In this harsh environment, food is never guaranteed, and with such a large pack, a single kudu may not be enough to meet everyone's hunger. The wild dog feast attracts its fair share of uninvited guests. Hyenas quickly pinpoint the feast and join in. However, the remaining scraps are far less valuable. The morsels that fall to the ground are not easy to devour. The jackals too are hungry, hoping for any scraps that might fall within their size range. However, being leftovers from wild dogs, the bones are nearly picked clean of meat. To fill their hungry bellies, hyenas lurk, waiting for an opportunity to snatch away valuable morsels, looking for a chance when the wild dogs slip up. Only when they're certain all the edible parts have been consumed do the wild dogs depart, leaving room for the cleanup crew. As the ones at the end of the food chain, the contribution of the kudu becomes a feast for these not-so-large but terrifying predators. The cold Benguela Current runs close to the coast nearly all year round, which is the main reason why Namibia, despite being coastal, has a desert climate. This current carries cold water from Antarctica, lowering the air temperature and preventing the evaporation of moisture from the sea. While the land may be harsh, the coastal areas, though seemingly inhospitable, are home to a rich variety of wildlife. The resilient creatures that have adapted to this harsh environment have existed for a long time, and one of the most abundant residents is the fur seal. Thanks to the nutrient-rich Benguela Current, seals gather year-round on sandy beaches and rocky outcrops along the coast of Namibia. At Skeleton Beach, it becomes home to around 300,000 fur seals, creating a dense and vibrant population. Though known as expert swimmers in the water, around 80% of a seal's life is spent on land, with most of that time devoted to resting and recovering after long hunting expeditions underwater. The remaining time is spent breeding and caring for their young, ensuring the next generation thrives. Fur seal pups are born between November and December. They are nurtured by their mothers for 6 to 8 weeks until they are capable of heading into the sea to catch fish. During this time, the mother provides milk to help them grow and accumulate the energy needed for life in the water. The cold waters year-round create favorable conditions for fish development. This stable and nutrient-rich environment nurtures a diverse marine ecosystem, making the Namibian coastline an ideal place for fish to thrive and reproduce. As a result, seals do not need to travel far from the shore to take advantage of the abundant food sources. While their mothers go hunting, seal pups wait on the shore, where they can recognize their mothers by their unique calls. Around 70% of seal pups survive to maturity and make it to the sea, as long as their mothers do not encounter trouble in the ocean. However, the real danger begins once they enter the sea, where sharks, dangerous predators, can attack and threaten the lives of young seals during their first hunting trips. The Namibian coastline is home to many bird species like seabirds and black cormorants. These birds often gather near seal colonies, waiting to easily find food. Kelp gulls, omnivorous birds, often wander around seal colonies, continuously searching for an opportunity to turn a vulnerable seal pup into their meal. In such a dense population, there is no shortage of opportunities. It could be a lost, exhausted seal pup. The food will come to the gulls without them exerting any effort. Patience will certainly be rewarded. For seal pups, whether on land or in water, with or without their mothers, danger is always lurking. The harsh life will always provide opportunities for patient predators. Namibia's jackals often appear on the beach during the seal breeding season. They know that this is the time when seal pups are born and vulnerable, providing a golden opportunity to find food. These predators will not miss the opportunity to hunt when the seal mothers leave to hunt, leaving their pups alone. When they can't hunt the pups, the jackals will scavenge on the dead seals. For the jackals, the beach at this time is not just a land of sand and waves, but a feast that promises to sustain the entire pack during times of hunger. Despite its arid expanse, Namibia's low-lying areas with scarce water resources support a thriving bird community. Native bird species make the most of every rare water source and food supply to survive, from small ponds to waterholes that form after seasonal rains. For the guinea fowl, they cannot stray from the waterhole for more than a day. Without water, they would perish. Due to their small size and loosely organized pack behavior, jackals are rarely able to hunt prey larger than themselves. Lurking near waterholes and waiting for prey to come within reach is an effective strategy. But things don't always go smoothly. They are far from welcome by the herbivores, especially antelopes. Faced with much larger animals, jackals have only one choice: to flee. A single well-placed charge or back kick could mean certain death. When pigeons lower themselves close to the ground to drink, their field of vision diminishes significantly. The jackal continuously roams near the water's edge, fully aware that an unfortunate, thirsty creature will eventually have to surrender its life. Needing to drink water daily, these pigeons find it almost impossible to avoid danger. In this arid world, wherever there is water, there is life, and with it, the constant threat of danger and lurking death. The Namib Desert, stretching along Namibia's western coast, is one of the oldest deserts in the world. With its iconic red dunes and endless sands, the Namib presents a harsh yet mesmerizing beauty. The towering sand dunes, sculpted by winds over millions of years, create a landscape that is both primal and majestic. Only a few creatures, unafraid of the sun and needing little water, dare to survive here. Formed around 55 million years ago, the Namib is among the Earth's oldest deserts. Over millions of years, it has slowly grown hotter and expanded inland, its harshness and strong winds carving the vast dunes into unique shapes. The landscape seems static, but is ever shifting within the slow flow of time. The Namib's characteristic red and yellow sands owe their color to iron oxide and minerals like calcium. The vivid red of iron oxide mixed with the golden glints of mica minerals creates a unique landscape, especially under the harsh sunlight. Dune 7 is the tallest dune in the Namib, reaching around 383 meters. As one of the world's highest sand dunes, it towers like a mountain over the vast sea of sand. From its summit, one can gaze across the endless desert, where only sand and sunlight merge, a testament to the relentless power and harshness of time and nature. Amidst the towering dunes, this land was once lush, with streams weaving through and supporting life. Now, all that remains are hardened layers of mud and the ghostly remnants of acacia trees standing bare against the sky. This desolate scene, shrouded in a bleak palette, bears witness to a time gone by in nature's harsh struggle. This place may seem like a lifeless wasteland, yet the reality is quite different. Many species have chosen this as their territory, surviving and adapting in extraordinary ways. The reptiles here have evolved to adapt to the harsh desert environment. Many snake species inhabit this scorching land, compelled to hunt, yet forced to limit their exposure to the blistering sand. To survive, they seek out small crevices or patches of shade to rest. Some prefer to hide in tree branches, avoiding the scorching sand surface. Most of their time is spent camouflaging, waiting for prey to fall unwittingly into their trap. With their unique sideways movement across the sand, they keep most of their body off the scorching surface, moving swiftly yet safely during the hunt. The horned viper, one of the desert's skilled predators, is a master of camouflage, making it nearly invisible amidst the golden sand. Its target might be the desert sparrows. However, these birds are quick and highly alert. The sparrow often moves along the sand in search of insects. Only in unfortunate moments does it fall into the horned viper's trap. It seems to sense danger, but more importantly, it must protect its nest and the chicks awaiting food. It has spotted the snake. In the Namib Desert, where food is scarce and living conditions are harsh, animals have evolved unique survival strategies to adapt to this environment. Symbiotic relationships or benefiting from other species are fully exploited. Baboons are adept at foraging. They know that beneath the dry grass lies a layer of nutritious roots that can be consumed. Additionally, elephant dung serves as a fertile ground to scavenge for resources. Baboons are highly intelligent creatures when it comes to food hunting. They understand that under the dry grass, they can find roots rich in nutrients. Moreover, elephant dung offers a bountiful source of sustenance, harboring insects and small creatures. Dung piles are also prime spots for hammerkop birds to efficiently hunt for insects. The Kunene River is a major river located in northwestern Namibia, forming part of the natural boundary between Namibia and Angola. Ruacana Falls stands at approximately 120 meters high and spans about 700 meters wide. While the water flow can diminish during the dry season, in the rainy season, from November to April, the falls can surge dramatically, creating a spectacular sight. The Kunene River is one of the region's vital waterways, supplying water to Namibia's arid ecosystems, especially within desert areas. The river flows year-round, delivering precious fresh water to arid regions and supporting the lives of many wildlife species. This precious water source has made Namibia one of the most diverse landscapes on Earth, from coastlines to vast arid deserts and to fertile, waterlogged plains. With water available year-round, herbivores here enjoy a prosperous existence. The roan antelope, an extremely rare species, is one of the remarkable inhabitants of Mahango. Here, they are preserved in a secure environment, with ample shade from large trees and abundant food sources. The dry season is when the plains see the highest concentration of elephants throughout the year. They travel thousands of kilometers over several months in search of water and food. Rupara National Park, located next to Mahango, is an exceptional conservation area with an extraordinary density of wildlife, rare to find anywhere in the world. The dense forests here serve as ideal sanctuaries for various species of antelopes and giraffes. Rupara is not only a region of diverse ecosystems, but also an oasis during the dry season, attracting herds of elephants from Angola, Namibia, and Botswana in search of water. They only depart when these areas become dry and water vanishes from the surface. The fairy circles in the Namib Desert are truly one of the most fascinating and mysterious natural phenomena. These circles appear as circular patches of bare ground, often surrounded by tall grass on the edges, while the center remains completely barren. Scientists have proposed various theories, ranging from competition among grasses for water to the impact of strong winds or the activities of termites underground. However, no explanation has yet been compelling enough to fully unravel this enchanting phenomenon. The Namib Desert region, especially the Namib Naukluft and Damaraland areas, is home to numerous dead rivers, leaving significant imprints on the terrain. Although these rivers rarely have flowing water throughout the year, they retain moisture beneath the sand, allowing vegetation to appear greener and attracting wildlife to inhabit these areas. What's remarkable about the Khoaiseb, Tsaochab, and Zondong rivers is that during the rainy season, particularly after heavy rainfall, water may flow briefly before drying up again. Following the rare heavy rains of the year, herds of giraffes cross the sand dunes to reach the dead rivers, where moisture remains, providing more food and, most importantly, access to water. The Namib Desert is a realm of wonders and mysteries. In its most barren landscapes, the Namib Desert chameleon survives without drinking water, relying on these tiny insects. Apart from the springbok and oryx antelopes, hardly any other hoofed animals can endure the harsh conditions of the Namib Desert. The oryx has an exceptional ability to regulate its body temperature to prevent water loss, allowing it to withstand extreme heat of up to 45 degrees Celsius. Its unique blood circulation mechanism ensures that the brain and other vital organs remain unaffected by high body temperatures, even when the sand's surface reaches scorching levels of 70 degrees Celsius. Despite their remarkable adaptations, herbivores cannot go without water for extended periods. They must move daily in search of remaining water holes. Finally, after long and arduous journeys, water is discovered. The giraffe herd eagerly quenches their thirst. In the Namib Desert, these water holes often exist only briefly, even during the peak of the rainy season. Thus, wildlife is always in a rush, never certain when the water will run out. This uncertainty forces creatures to compete for every drop and adapt to survive in the harsh, scarce conditions. Each day, more animals gather at the water holes, fully aware of lurking dangers nearby. The thirst for precious water is so overwhelming that many animals ignore the presence of lions. Even the lions, at this moment, seem more focused on the water than on hunting. Within days, the waterhole's size diminishes rapidly before vanishing entirely. The land of Etosha is full of surprises, and its animals must remain constantly vigilant. After quenching their thirst, the animals return to their herds and move to open grasslands to avoid danger. If they are not careful, this could be their last encounter with water. Many never leave, becoming nourishment for others. Namibia, a land of wild and harsh wonders, where life finds ways to thrive amid adversity. Whether through burning thirst or perilous journeys, the wildlife here has adapted to survive and flourish. Amidst vast deserts and expansive grasslands, Namibia is not just a land of sand and heat, but also an endless tale of nature's resilience. This is the only desert on Earth where sand, sun, and wind coexist with a thriving ecosystem. In this seemingly impenetrable world, the abundance of wildlife stands as a powerful testament to the strength of nature and life's extraordinary will to survive.